Welcome to the Unreal World Survivors. My name is Ryan, and we are back here at our Resurrected Spirit Quest series. After the first series, unfortunately, was lost prematurely, we have a new main character. Her name is Athena of the Owl Tribe. That's her right there, her physical appearance, or her profile as well as her physical appearance, her personality, and her height and weight. It's all included. Take a quick look at her skill page here. She is definitely most skilled with the bow, but she's also a pretty good skier, turns out, too. So we'll be looking forward to the winter, at least maybe once we get our skis up and running. But we've got a lot to go here. You can see she's terrible at agriculture, but we won't be using that too much. Now, one thing we are trying to do is focus on our questing quite a bit with this, just like we did in our previous series. I'd like to try and get her up to speed on quests as quickly as possible. So our place right here in the world is down by the southern coast. If I zoom all the way out, you can see we've got the Drick over here to our left. What are these guys? The Remi to the right, and there's the Owl Tribe up north. We might at some point head up there and make a little base on the coast, the northern coast. Maybe in a cave too, who knows. But for now, we are stuck here because we started with the hurt, helpless, and afraid scenario. So we have very little stuff except the clothes on our back and a knife. Now, I just got back to camp after an unsuccessful elk hunt, which is very sad. Spotting that elk so early got my hopes up, but we weren't able to bag it, so I've decided to try and equip myself a little bit. You can see I've got a crude staff here, so instead of just tossing rocks at animals, I'd love to get myself a javelin or two. But first, since it's now late morning and we can see, let's zoom out a little bit. Just kind of look around. I'm looking at the traps I've got set all around me. I think there's roughly six traps, and none of them have a bird or any other kind of animal. So we'll just go ahead and zoom right back in here, and let's see if we can't make a javelin. So javelin is under the weapons, which is W, and you do need to prepare a staff before you do the javelin phase, which is what I've done. So we're just making one at a time. I'm trying not to commit. You can see starvation. This is not going to be a good javelin, trust me. Our starvation, my fatigue level is just absolute trash right now, but it's the best we could do. So we do have one crude javelin now, so that's fantastic. Like I said, I'd like to get a couple of these, but I don't want to waste too much time here while she's starving, just sitting in camp and crafting stuff. We've got to try and get at least one big kill before the real hard, cold winter months set in, which is just around the corner. You can see down at the bottom, we are on day 7 of the 11th week before midwinter. So, of course, midwinter is like the very depths of winter, the heart of the winter season. So we're approaching the start of it, essentially. There's no snow on the ground yet, but there soon will be. So I think it's late afternoon. Let's see. I'm going to have her just eat everything she's got. She's tired. I don't really want her going out to the world yet. I mean, we've already had a little excursion, but she's not ready tonight. I think for now, we're going to pick some berries before it gets too dark, and then we'll just head to bed. Okay, well, it took me about half the day here, but I did manage to craft up a second javelin. So let's grow. I got a nice little drink of water. I think it's time to drop off some materials here. And we're going to head out and see if we can't do a little bit of hunting. First, let's pull out again. Just like I always like to look at these traps after I've done, spent a few hours just crafting or whatever. But, all right, we'll drop the stone. Beautiful. Don't need to carry that around. I'm keeping the rocks on me, again, in case we need to throw something at some squirrels. Okay, and it's pretty dark out here already, and we are tired, so coming out this early this late was kind of a mistake. Let's just head back, I guess. This is what you get here, especially early on when you don't have the clothing to sleep outdoors overnight. You can see I'm already chilly, so my character actually needs to cut down a tree. Yeah, we don't have a lot of firewood. I've got some branches here. Let's just do 100 of those. There we go. We get that set on fire, then she can warm up a little bit. Just cutting down more branches this way, and now I can have her step away from the fire and cut down a small sapling here for some more just a little bit more firewood to get her through the night. It's hard to juggle all the tasks you need, you know. I'd love to be out there hunting or at least sleeping or crafting right now, but we have to prepare firewood. So this is something that's crucial. Let's see. All right. Moving back to the shelter with our little pile. I'm going to drop it. And we'll push some of it into the current fire. Here we go. And it's time for bed. Okay, we're extremely tired. Very hungry, but she's only got a few berries, so it's going to be a rough night. Well, 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 will you take a look at that? I decided to come back to that area where I saw the elk last. I didn't encounter it on the world map, so I just zoomed in and I was coming in and out, looking around different areas, and we finally got it. If you stay persistent, sometimes they do stick around the area. Now, unfortunately, her eye is still injured. A lot of the other things have healed quite a bit, but the serious cut in the right eye is limiting her vision. But since we're right here in the daytime, I think we're going to be okay. Now, this thing... Oh, it doesn't see me. Okay, let me see if I can get in. Oh, no, it's already running. All right, so we are currently, actually, believe it or not, right now at our most rested. I can't go below this just because of injuries and starvation, plus our minor penalty for carrying stuff. I'm not carrying really anything except these branches, I guess, I could drop, but I'm keeping those for fires. You can see I'm already cool, so we need a little backup fire there, but... all right, it's time to get started here. I'm going to sprint a little bit. Okay, don't want to wear her out, so we'll go back to stealth just to recover a little bit. And, oh shoot, see, it's been around this area. Its tracks are kind of mixed here, but I see some more. All right, let's come out of stealth so we gain some speed. I want to reacquire this animal as soon as possible. That's the goal. Once you've lost sight of it, is to pick it up, pick up visual contact with it again. Oh, look, we got mixed tracks here, but I was hoping that since I'd left the area, some of these tracks would have settled or cleared after, a few days, but they're still prevalent. That makes it so much more difficult to track this animal, Plus, every time I stop and examine these are a few days old. See, I'm following the wrong set of tracks, so... I really want to get this elk, but I don't know. Sometimes the area is just not conducive to a hunt like this. Maybe we can get lucky. I'll keep trying. Okay, I have found it one more time here. I'd love to actually get close enough to throw and hopefully wound it. Obviously would be the best thing, but I don't know. Oh, see, it's already seen me here. Now, again, I would obviously try and pursue it regardless, but... we'll try again. If we can get into like a fresh area where its tracks aren't too scattered, it'll be easier. Okay, leading southeast. Looks like it took a turn here. Very fresh, leading to the southwest. So it did come back down this. There it is. Okay. Like I said, let's look at it. Whenever I lose visual on it, I always look at it again. Okay, it's a little bit fatigued, so we need to get that to, well, we need it to be breathless, but we've got a few stages to get it to before then, and I've got to try and avoid losing it in its own tracks. Okay, see this water, all these puddles actually help me a lot because the animal will often have to maneuver around them. Sometimes it'll get like stuck in little offshoots or peninsulas, but here it is again. So far we're good. Still only a little bit fatigued. A big animal like this, obviously it's going to take a lot more running to get it lower. Okay, I've got it. See, it's kind of just standing by the water's edge. It doesn't see me. I'm in stealth mode. Ooh. I can't go straight without losing sight of it because of my injured eyeball. I just want to get a little, oh, there we go. Nice. So it's actually running directly at me, which is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and throw my javelin. It's in my hand already, so I don't lose a turn for it. And I'll just go for a headshot. It's super close. Oh, man, come on. Maybe we can get it. One more try. Oh, no way. Now, see how it's kind of running around back and forth? It's because it's near that water right there. It doesn't know where to go. It feels like it's surrounded here, so maybe we can use that to our advantage. Let me grab my knife. I'm going to start running. If we can get into melee with this sucker, that'd be great. See, okay. Yeah, it's not really trapped right now. I think it's going to break away, so let me stop sprinting so I don't lose too much. My javelins might be sacrificed, at least one of them. I'm not going to stand... Oh, look, it's already at the edge of the map. Let's take a look at it real quick before it gets away. Just want to look at its fatigue. Still only slightly fatigued, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not going to want that one that's in the water behind me, the javelin. I could get it just by reaching over, but I don't want to lose the steps it will take. You know, I want to stay real close to this animal. So we're down a javelin. That's okay, though. Not the end of the world. Okay? It's over here by this water. This is really ideal. I wish we could have caught it here, but... Whoops, no. Avoid stepping in the water at all costs. I'm just trying to... I can't believe it got through this so quickly without me catching up to it. It's funny how sometimes it'll get caught in just like the littlest like curve of a water, but it can get through this like no problem. Where'd he go? Northeast, okay. What? Oh, there it is. Okay, whew, almost lost those tracks. See how easy it is to lose it? There he is. She. Let's see, it is a female elk. Still only slightly fatigued. Whew. I think we're getting close, though. Let me keep pushing it. Okay, there we go. It is now fatigued. So slightly, now it's fully fatigued. That's a big step, but we've got to get it now to very fatigued, and then the final stage is breathless. So let's keep pursuing it. You can see my fatigue level is still good. It's basically untouched. Like I said, this is about baseline for us. So I'm going to keep going. I've got my javelin in hand. My knife is ready in case it comes back at us for whatever reason. I'm going to sprint at it. Let's continue to pursue it. Okay, I've lost sight of it, so I'll stop running. And I'm going to just go to wherever I lost sight of it. There's a lot of tracks around here. Oh, there, okay. Ooh. Oh, I see him right at the edge of the screen. Still fatigued, that's fine. Let's push forward. I'm going to go into stealth. Maybe we can creep up on it, get another javelin toss. Okay, it sees me even though I'm stealth, so let's just give this a toss. I might lose it, but that's okay. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Close. All right, I'm going to sprint. I hate to do it, but okay, I got the javelin. Let me stop running. It's getting tense here. I lost a couple steps grabbing that javelin, but what was that? Oh, I loaded. The screen loaded there into the next tile. Let's see. Very fatigued. We are so close right now. I am so excited here. We've got to get this sucker. So I'll just wheel the javelin again. He's coming at me. He clearly sees me. I cannot even stealth right now, so just move forward. There it is. It's sprinting again. And of course, if you're unsure how I know that, this is the closest I can get, but you can see the little dust under the feet there. My character also has that because she's running. Now she's not sprinting, she's walking. Now she's running. So that's how you tell when the animal or your character is sprinting. And boom, here we go. Now I'm watching it very closely. We're about to lose sight of it, but I'm hoping it loses a step at some point and goes breathless. I don't think it's going to, so I'm going to stop so I don't run out of energy here. And let's go to where we last spotted it. Ooh, see that? See what I see? We got some trees ahead of us. Oh, dear God, it's going right for the trees. Don't tell me. It went in the trees. I see the track. No. It's right there. The track is right there, leading southeast. Oh, I see another one. It might be worth it. Normally, I completely forgo chases into the woods like this, but it might actually pop back out. It did. And then, where'd it go? There's another track. Let's see. Very fresh leading southeast. I think it went back in. Oh, Christ. When it's very fatigued or breathless like this, it's worth maybe ducking in, to the forest a little bit. But this thing's just playing with me at this point. Coming in and out. Came over here by the water. Where did it go? I see it. It's on the tree line. There it is. It's very fatigued still. It's not breathless, so that's not ideal, but okay, good. It broke away from the woods. Oh, damn it. Don't go back in there. Where'd it go? I see the tracks, but I don't see it yet. Okay, there's some more tracks up this way. Oh, good. Oh, we're back out in the open. Where's the... Where's this leading? Oh, no. Very fresh leading southwest. What? Did it turn around? Oh, okay, here's some more tracks. Dang. We definitely lost a step on it, but hopefully I can pick it up again before it there it is. I think it might be breathless. I think we might have it. It is breathless. Oh my god. Okay. We're going into stealth mode. Why? Because I like the role-playing aspect of stealthing up to just a completely breathless animal and meleeing it like a rogue. Let's get it. All right. Out of the sneaking position. Backstab. 100% critical of chance. No, I'm just kidding. But we will go for the kill here big time. Got my knife equipped. I'm going to use the blunt end of the knife so I don't damage the fur. And I always like to go for the legs first. Kind of disables the animal so it's not getting away, even though it's breathless and I'm not super worried about it. But there, so now it's down and unconscious. And I will choose to hit it with the blunt on the skull. I'm basically just going to crush the skull, to put it very graphically. But let me go through this because it can often take a dozen hits or more with a big animal like this. So let me just get that done real quick. Okay, there we go. You can see the little blood pool around the animal. The gruesome part is over. We have done it. We have downed ourselves a full-grown elk here. Too big to lift, so you know what that means. It's time to skin this beast and carve it up, butcher it, get it back home. Luckily, if we go back to the map, you can see we're not far from our camp. Now, she is a slighter character, just compared to some of the bigger builds you can create here in this world. But at 157 pounds, she can carry some of this. We'll see. I don't know. We might have to leave some of it and come back for multiple trips. Now, another bad thing is I don't have a lot of cordage made up at home. I wasn't really anticipating getting an elk kill, but don't worry about all that. We've got to take this one step at a time. So first thing I'd like to do is build a fire next to our kill, just because I know it can get cold, and if we're going to be working in through the night and in the morning hours, we need to have a nice fire going. So move these right next door to us. Use some of those branches I've been carrying around, and we'll step onto our kill and then light our fire. Oh, got birds all around us. There it is. Nice big blazing fire. So we are tired, but I'm going to try and get this animal skinned. And beautiful. Okay, we're extraordinarily tired. Let's see. What did we get? Fine winter elk skin. We got the fine quality modifier. That's good. And it's because her hide working. It's like her second best skill, if you don't include like skiing and stealth and stuff. So yeah, she's expert. Well, no, I'm sorry. She's skilled, but she will become an expert. Let's see here. So what I'd like to do now before we go to bed is butcher a little bit, just a little bit. Take a break, yeah. So we got 27 edible cuts just from doing it there for like a split second. I'm going to roast these. Let's roast. There we go. All right. Now, she's pretty tired, but there's... Oh, okay, here we go. There's water right here. Let's break this open. Take a drink. I don't want this to burn. Okay, it's not quite ready. Let's just wait a little bit. Okay, it smells like it's ready. There it goes. Boom. So we've got 10 cuts of roasted elk. She's not going to starve to death now. Now, in this situation, make sure you don't accidentally eat the raw cuts, because when your character is starving, they will eat raw meat, and it will make them sick. So just make sure you go to the right item in your inventory. There we go. And of course, I want to do this before we go to sleep because it's just so much easier to sleep on a full stomach. Okay, so the fire's still going, but it started to rain. So we're going to stand up and let's just continue to butcher here. I'm worried about that fire going out, actually. Hold on. Let me knock down some more trees and stoke it a little bit. Okay, well, good news, double good news. The elk is fully butchered and my eye is healed now. You see that? I have a full visual field here. We can see the half the screen essentially wherever we look. So that's helpful. But let's see. And I didn't treat it a single time either. The injuries will just heal on their own. I don't even know if like infection is actually possible, but it's pretty much, yeah, non-issue with most of these things. So I just ignore them. They heal over time. But so we can see, but the problem is now we cannot move. So my penalty is 121. I'm carrying 288 pounds. Of course, we've got 8 pounds of bones. I do have those sticks and stuff. I can drop that. But what I want to do, instead of dropping it here in what's called the local terrain map, which is the most zoomed in here you can be, I'm going to go to the actual world map here. Okay, now I'm going to drop these items at this location. I'll drop my rocks. And let's go ahead and drop those elk bones. That's 8 pounds. Let's just see if that does it. No. What I'm looking now at is the number. If this drops below 100, then we can move. And it means I've got a low enough penalty that it's not like totally just weighting my character down to the maximum. So let's drop the branches. Nope, still not enough. Obviously, I'm trying to avoid dropping too much. We'll drop the javelin. Nope. Okay, let's go ahead and drop. Oh boy, I hate to do it, but we'll drop 50 cuts here. Okay, that did it. So you can see I'm at negative 62, which is not great, but I can walk. So what we need to do is head back to the shelter, and I need to drop all this meat and probably get the skin started, and then come back and grab this stuff here so that that little bit of food we left doesn't start to rot. Okay, we are back at camp, and as you can see, I picked up the extra cuts. I dropped everything off here. I cleaned the skin, and then I slept because I was very tired at that point. But then I made it all the way back over there. It wasn't very far. And this is the worst part of this camp that I chose. It does ice over at this location, so that's kind of annoying, and it makes me think like I need to find a better spot for sure. This is not going to be a great spot to have full time. So what I'd like to do is get this skin working before I start to dry the meat that we have. I do want to dry that right away, but I want to go ahead and tan this animal in its first stage, which requires the fat. I've got that. Okay, so that puts this skin on hold until late evening, which should give me plenty of time to start drying meat. Now, let's see. So there's 211 stale cuts. That's not good that it says stale. That means it's starting to go bad. But we've got a little bit of time left, so I'm going to pick up I've got 2 4-foot pieces of cordage, and that is all, folks. So that kind of stinks, but what we can do too is I'm actually going to roast a good portion of this meat, and we're going to take it and trade with it. So I need to desperately get my hands on some thin cordage, whether that's yarn or wool string or whatever. I need some desperately. So let's start a small cooking fire. And this will, roasting is a form of preserving meat. Technically, it's just like the worst kind. It doesn't last very long. So I'm just going to do this. We'll just grab 20 because that'll help. That's like 2 batches of roasted meat just to get us started. And there we go. So the stale cuts are being roasted there. I'm going to grab, I think I can do, I don't know how many I can do. So let me just grab the whole pile. And I'm going to try and dry some now with the little bit of cordage that we have. Ugh. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of futile to even do that. So let me just leave these here for now. Okay, because I don't want to carry that around. And I've got to find some cordage. As I've mentioned, I think previously, this is not the greatest forest for that either. There aren't a lot of little saplings, so I need to move. I'm also noticing, too, it's hard to see it because it's snowing, but we've got a bird in one of our traps right down here. So I'm not going to worry about that now. The elk is far more important. The bird is fine. It can live in the trap for a while until it either dies of starvation or maybe an animal kills it, but we'll be okay. I'm not worried about that. Oh, you know what we need to do too? Sacrifice. I almost forgot. Let's go ahead and sacrifice this roasted elk cut from our first big kill. Oh my gosh, guys. Well, we've got a lot to take care of. Like I said, the first step is to go get a little bit more cordage and then check on our skin, roast more meat, and then do some trading ultimately. So we've got a lot to look forward to here in the near future with this big kill. But that's going to do it for our second episode of the series. So I hope you're enjoying it so far. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. We do daily uploads here of many games, not just UnReal World. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will see you all on the next one.